Hey there, Jack Bosch here, and we're going to do another dial-in episode of our Jack Bosch show today. My team told me that we have a gentleman by the name of Skyler calling in, and Skyler comes with questions around mindset and around what kind of are some breakthroughs in my own life that have led to our business explode. Well, let's explore that, because that's an always interesting question, because as I always say, 80% of business is not the mechanics of business. It's what's happening between your two ears. So if you get your mind right, you get your business right. So let's talk about it. All right, and welcome to the show, Skyler. Skyler, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. Great. Nice to meet you. Okay, so give me a little background about you.
So I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay. We're in the same town.
Working with a company called ESA Industries here.
Okay.
And we're working on a new approach to producing and extracting electricity from nuclear fusion.
All right. It sounds like high-tech stuff. Like, are you like in the engineering team, or you own the company, or?
I'm a co-founder and biz developer.
All right. Wow.
So specifically for you, I was interested in learning about the few pivotal breakthroughs you experienced that propelled you the furthest in business and life.
So the first thing I can think of as this question comes up is when we understood, and I say we, both Michelle and I, we are co-founders. My wife Michelle and I are co-founders of our business. We do everything together. So we play ping pong ideas by each other all day long. And the first thing is that when we started running our business, we did not understand how to properly run a business. And we basically, it was Michelle and I doing real estate deals and a bunch of people helping us. Our business started really growing and exploding when we started understanding that in order to grow a business to the moon, you need to get the best qualified, amazing leaders that already have done it and get out of their freaking way. So what I mean by that is I actually heard Sir Richard Branson say it one time. One time I was invited at a charity function and Sir Richard Branson was there, and I got to talk to him for a second. And I was like, Sir Richard Branson, what's the best business advice you can ever give? Or the other question I asked him was, how can you run so many different companies and be successful? He's like, very simply, hire the best and get out of the way. And I didn't understand it at the time. I did not understand what he was saying to me. Now I understand what he's saying to me. What he was saying is that most people say, like, I got this business vision, I'm going to implement this business vision, and you guys just are my helpers and you do stuff that needs to be done to help me implement this vision. That works to get you from 0 to 100,000 or even to $1 million, or perhaps even to a couple of million, perhaps even to $5, $6, $7 million in revenue, or $10 million, depending what your price point is either, right? Of course, if you sell $1 million gadgets, it might take you to 100 million at that level. But if you're doing deals, $10,000 or $15,000 land deals, or even a coaching company, it'll only take you so far. The moment we started stepping back and says, like, there's just no way that I can do the best job in the world in marketing, the best job in the world in sales, the best job in the world in promotions, the best job in the world in coaching, and the best job in the world in operations and keep the company running. And instead, I got to bring world-class leaders in that actually have already taken companies to 100, 200, or 500 million, or even to $1 billion level. That moment, now these people cost money. And that's the other big mind shift that you need to do. Instead of looking at your business as something, oh my God, it's profitable. Hey, let's take it off the table and let's go buy something with it. Let's buy a big car or something with it. But instead, you're looking at it as like you're investing in the ability of your business to stand on its own 2 feet. And the business will never be able to stand on its own 2 feet if the business relies on you. So therefore, our mission in life right now is to make ourselves 100% obsolete in our business. Not so we can sell the business. I mean, down the road, we might be interested in selling our business, right? But such that the business can only grow if you are not the bottleneck. That's the biggest mind shift we had. And so now we have a VP of marketing, we have a VP of sales, we have a director of IT, we have a coaching leadership team. We just hired a COO for the company. and with the path that potentially that person can become the CEO of the company. And Michelle and I move out of the ownership role into the out of the CEO role into the ownership role. So we move out of the CEO role into the ownership role, and basically we're no longer involved in any day-to-day decision, and the team runs the company. That's our mission in life right now, but it took us all quite a bit of while to mentally shift to that model. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Good. Are you which path along that journey are you right now?
We're still in the owner operator phase.
Right. And there's a space for that.
Chief
Absolutely.
Everything officer.
So as a result, I mean, if there's a space for that you got to be that person, but as soon as you're in revenue mode, as soon as you're making money, you got to get the people in that already. That's the second kind of thing in there that you don't know what you don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I've taken multiple businesses together with Michelle into the 8 figures, but I've never taken a business to the 9 figures. Never taken a business into the 10 figures. So there is different challenges that your business will encounter that you and I don't mean you in person. You might be the person that is the exception, have all those skills and all those things already. But if you have never done it before, chances are you don't know how to do it. And I certainly didn't. So you can fix that by getting either consultants in that already tell you how to do it, or you can get a leadership team that already knows, yep, you're a guy. Right now, we're in that point in our company, in our coaching company, then we need to consolidate technology systems so that we get the data and the right data that we can make the right business decisions to take our business to the next level. And that's a year-long process that basically our CRO is going to work on to identify what accounting software do we need to switch to, how we consolidate our CRM softwares, because the CRM we use to go from 0 to where we are today is not the right CRM, most likely, to take us from here to 9 figures. And so the key epiphany there is that instead of learning it all yourself, just get the people in that have already done it, pay them really well, and get out of their way. Now, having said that, when I mean get out of the way, it does not mean let them do whatever the heck they want to do. Right? It still is your company. It still needs to follow your vision. It still needs to have the corporate culture that you want, that you enjoy, and that you want to instill in the company. So my role is becoming more and more that of the corporate culture advocate and the corporate culture ambassador. So I go into meetings and I make sure I keep instilling what we care most for in our company so that everyone gets it instilled, whether it's a brand new person or somebody 5 years. It's 5 years with us. It's easy to deviate, and it's easy for one bad apple to come in and poison the well and move the corporate culture into something that is not on target. That's why you see companies even like Disney. New CEO, get what? Bob Iger needed to come back right now and bring the company back online because whoever was the CEO before, after Bob Iger retired, started putting things in place that nickeled and dimed the guests at Disney and basically soured their experience. But it wouldn't add anything to the bottom line. So Bob Iger comes in. That's not a tactical change. That's a cultural change. So Bob Iger comes back in, looks at what are we doing, looks at the customer satisfaction surveys, brings back what Disney truly stands for, and starts eliminating small little things, but they make a massive difference in the customer experience. They don't make a difference in the bottom line, but they make a difference in the customer experience, which then makes a difference in the bottom line. So it's all culture is so important. So that's what I mean is get out of the way. I mean, get out of the way operationally. Get out of the way, let them put the things in place they need to put in place, but always under your supervision and your guidance, not supervision, more guidance and leadership of what the company needs to stand for, what your core values are, and how you live them.
That makes total sense. Kind of reminds me of Steve Jobs when Apple needed to bring him back.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Jobs, when he brought him back, yes, he brought in a new operating system, things like that, but he brought a new spirit back. He brought a new spirit. He brought a new a new air of creativity back, and soon enough the company started producing products that were sexy again, and they were fully capable of doing that before he joined. But it just requires that one person with that vision to keep instilling that vision into the company. Otherwise, it becomes a bureaucratic mess, or it becomes a slow company. Like, one of the things that we focus on in our company is always speed. I will not allow our company to become a bureaucratic, slow moving sloth, right? And the other thing that is always important to us is an amazing customer experience, particularly on the coaching side of things. Right? We are the Harvard of land business. We provide the highest level land coaching, land flipping coaching, land investing coaching. We provide the best coaches. We provide all of these things are important, but at the same time, we respond and we care about our customers, and we bend over backwards for our customers. That should not change no matter what the size of our company is. And that is being challenged every time you bring somebody new in and you add some more structures to it. And it requires a firm commitment to keeping things nimble in order to make that happen. And that's the culture kind of part.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate the insight.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Any other questions?
That is my main and only question.
All right, wonderful. Well, then I wish you very much good luck. It sounds like if what you say works, you got a game-changing technology in your hands, and let's stay in touch, and I wish you well.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Jack.
Thank you. All right, so that concludes another episode of our Jack Boss Show here. That was an interesting question. I hope you got some value from it, from how to look at business and from a different angle, that it's most people hustle out there and they just basically become the main person. If you're the main person, you don't have a business. You have a job and other people helping you with it. And actually, I remember going one time to a leadership event led by a gentleman by the name of Keith Cunningham. And Keith would basically ask me what I do. And it's like, I own a real estate business. And he's like, oh, you flip land and you have a bunch of other people helping you. And I was offended in the moment, but afterwards I knew he was right, because that's what the business was. Michelle and I, we made all the decisions and we had a bunch of people helping us do this. With Michelle and I did not work, nothing in our company happened. That's what you need to change if you want to become a successful company. You need to put other people in charge, and you need to make sure that they have the right spirit, the right direction, the right core values, and they're bringing the company into the right direction. But then let them run, and ideally bring in people that have done it before, because then it's easier. I heard that saying the other day. It's not that companies build people. They do that certainly too. It stretches you and it makes you grow. But more importantly, the right people build companies. That's what my key point was in today's session. All right, with that said, give us the 5-star review. Share it with your friends. Put your comments below if you have additional questions. Hey, we do more of these sessions. We might reach out to you, and you get to be the one asking the question right here. So with that said, thank you very much, and see you at the next show.